Good morning, fellow adventurers in the wide world of internet nonsense. There's a stray cat. It is I, the OG GM. We're walking to the Magic Food Store to get food. And it's Wednesday, which means it's time to take a look at any tabletop role-playing game news that has cropped up in the past 24 hours. Nothing major, just a few minor bits of, is this really news? Yeah, you know, the internet, woo! We can't find anything else to talk about. We'll just, talk about pointless things. All right, so number one in the is this really news? Several new companies are finding their product converted over to the virtual tabletop world, including Level Up 5e, the Ace action comedy engine role-playing game, some Mophidia stuff. Basically, if you are on any virtual tabletop that is not D&D exclusive, like D&D Beyond, you're gonna find more and more of the games you want to play available, like on Roll20 or whatever, and more virtual tabletops coming out specifically, like for non-D&D stuff. It feels like D&D Beyond and Roll20 seem to have sort of the we've got 5e covered, and now there's some other companies who are making their own virtual tabletops, and they're like, let's do this game, let's do Traveler, and then this game, and then maybe we'll do D&D, but we don't have to because D&D is already covered by 2 or 3 other virtual tabletops. Let's give some of the smaller games love, and I like that. So that's news, or not news. And the second bit of news that really isn't news, we have the fourth quarter results from friendly local game stores and big box retail in the United States, mostly big box retail. Some friendly local game stores respond to these, but most don't, and really it isn't news. So if you were wondering what the number one selling tabletop role-playing game in Q4 of 2021 / beginning of 2022 at pretty much your friendly, big box retail game stores here in the United States. Wait, hold on. It might be a shock. 5th edition D&D is the number one selling role-playing game at big box retail and friendly local game stores that, bothered to actually respond to the questionnaires from the distributors. These numbers come to us from distributors like IGM, Diamond, and other companies that keep track of what stuff is sold. So, should it come to show? Yes. In case you're surprised, D&D 5e, number one selling, Barnes & Noble, Target, friendly local game stores that decided to answer, or stuff like that. All right, number 2, surprisingly, is Pathfinder. Now, I don't know if it's specifically Pathfinder 2nd edition or just Pathfinder in general. That's a huge leap for Pathfinder. Pathfinder has not been in the top 3 for a long time. Basically, since 5e came out, it was 5e and Call of Cthulhu, and then, whatever the new hit game of the month. And then Pathfinder was really in the, usually in the bottom, number 5. But Pathfinder really hasn't been seeing the numbers it was seeing during the 4th edition years because people just jumped back to 5e. So, interesting. And again, I don't know if it's Pathfinder 1, Pathfinder 2, or just they're combining both and saying Paizo. Paizo has jumped back up to the number 2 spot, which means of the friendly local game stores and big box retail stores that were scanned by this magic scanny company that does these things, people are buying Pathfinder again. A lot of people are buying Pathfinder again. Why would people be jumping back onto the Pathfinder bandwagon in 2021 / early 2022, unless of course something happened to make them disillusioned with D&D and other companies? Was there a major change in D&D in 2021 that would cause people to become disillusioned with it? Mystery Alley is mystery. I don't know. Golden Retriever. Good morning.
Hi,
Good morning, dog. All right. Okay. Number 3 tabletop role-playing game sold in the United States. Call of Cthulhu. Big shock there. Call of Cthulhu. Number 3. And number 4 tabletop role-playing game being sold at big box retails and generally stores. This one's a surprise. Fallout. The Fallout tabletop role-playing game is in number 4. But that's usually, you know, I mean, it is a huge IP. It has a huge fan base. So that's not a surprise that was, you know, it came out right at the end of 2021. So it's not a surprise that there was a big rush to buy it. We'll see when the Q1/ comes out for this year if it's still holding tight. But I'm not surprised to see it. I'm surprised to see it that high. But how many people love the Fallout franchise? So, And number 5, Twilight 2000 box set. Free League once again dominating, but not dominating as well as they were previously. So no surprise, D&D number 1 selling role-playing game. Big surprise, Pathfinder number 2. Call of Cthulhu number 3, not a surprise. Number 4, Fallout, that's a surprise. Number 5, Twilight 2000. Again, Free League, so really they just knock it out of the park all the time. So yeah, if you're interested in knowing what games we're selling at your friendly local game store, that's it. And that's about it for news that isn't news to round up this Wednesday. Yeah, if you appreciate this content and want to hear more, let me know. If you just like watching me walk around Ventura and buy food, let me know. If you haven't a chance to support or subscribe, take that chance now. Please subscribe to my vlog. Help me hit 1,000 subs by August 4th, and we'll do something crazy. Till then, see ya.